That's special stuff. And then I saw you had a moment with Shohei Ohtani after the home run. Just kind of what was that like? And it's kind of that relationship kind of culminating in that moment. I mean, what was that like?
Yeah, something that I wasn't expecting for real. Shohei came after he flew out to left field. I tied the game, and then I'm kind of like by the bat rack right there, and he said, "Miggy, you can't retire after this year. You have to play 10 more years." And that was pretty special, like that talks a lot about what this team is, a full family, kind of like everybody's getting happy for the other guy, and just for Shohei to do that and kind of like give me the opportunity to kind of feel good about myself there. It talks a lot about the personalities on this team.
I mean, you told me you want to play one more year. I mean, now you're going to listen to Shohei, maybe stretch that out. Maybe, I mean, this means you're a lock to be back, by the way.
Yeah. I feel like I don't know what's going to happen. I already talked to you about like being here for another year would be huge for me. I want to sign with the Dodgers and having the opportunity to be here. So, I mean, I would love to make that happen and getting something figured out with the Dodgers.
Have you got any indication? Have you had any conversations with the organization?
No, not yet. I wanna give the organization the opportunity to kind of like build their plan and kind of like think what they're gonna do for the future. I mean, I'm not in a rush. I'm gonna wait, and I know I'm gonna have a chance to talk to Andrew, but I kind of know how everything works. Like after the season's over, you have to make all your move to fill up your roster with the move that happened yesterday and all that. You have to take care of the options. You have to take care of a lot of things before you start signing free agents. So it's not my first time in like in the offseason. So I feel like I got plenty of time and we got trust that we can get up to somewhere. And I can't wait to talk to Andrew and explain them why I want to be here.
Yeah, and we've heard this from players. Joe Kelly said it. Clayton Kershaw's kind of hinted at it, where if I'm going to continue my career, it's only going to be with the Los Angeles Dodgers. Would that apply to you as well? Would you want to play for any other team? Because I mean, you still got something left in the tank. And coming off of the series that you had, the year you had really as a whole, I mean, against lefties and just the defense and everything, would you only continue your career with the Los Angeles Dodgers, Miguel?
I would say I want to go back and play for the Dodgers, especially what happened during the World Series. I think we deserve an opportunity to three-peat together. That's something that I always gonna say. That is my main motivation. It's not about me getting money or getting the right deal or anything like that. It's like keeping this core together for one more year and give us an opportunity to three-peat. I think that's the biggest motivation for me right now. It's not about getting a contract or showing them that I can play somewhere else for more money or anything like that. I really love the opportunity that we had to kind of keep the same guys, bringing Kike back, bringing Teo back, bringing all the guys back for 1 year to go back to back. It was amazing. I think we deserve an opportunity to stay together, at least the core, and the guys who've been here for a long time. I think we deserve an opportunity to run it back.
Yeah, I mean, what would that mean to you to continue your career? Because Kike Hernandez is a free agent, but hey, this is a team, like you mentioned, they have a chance of doing very special. Three-peating is one of the most difficult things you can do, especially in baseball. What would it mean to you to kind of run it back with Kike Hernandez, and how important do you think it is for them to bring him back as well? Because there's just so many things you guys do.
Yeah, well, the core is already set. We got the starting pitcher. They're going to be here for a long time. We have a lot of good arms that they're going to be locked in for a long time. So we just have to kind of like get together with a couple guys, bringing Kike back, obviously months opportunity to have one more year with the team with the option, and Besia and the guys who kind of like were pending on some contracts issues. I think they're starting to do it. And I think, I mean, they're always going to be ready to add some talent and some people who are hungry to win another championship and to win their first championship. And I think that's really important as well. But I feel like it will be really, really cool to kind of have the same guys in the clubhouse and kind of run it back in 3 months from now. Like we're 96 days away from reporting to the spring training. So I promise you guys something. We will be ready. Whatever the situation is, we'll be ready in spring training, and we're gonna start working out and being ready to go really soon. I can't wait.
Yeah, look, with Shohei as your agent, you're definitely going to be back. I'll call it right. Not only going to be back, Miguel, I think you're getting a bobblehead. I think you might get multiple bobbleheads.
I really hope so. I really hope so, because that's one of the things that I've been waiting for, and I've been really like kind of patient about it. But I mean, getting a bobblehead from the Dodgers at Dodger Stadium will be one of the things that I want to do before I retire.
Oh, it's happening. It's happening, Miguel. There's no doubt about it. I got a comment here that says, ask Miggy why he dyes his hair blonde every offseason, because we love it. I mean, is there like an offseason tradition where you dye your hair blonde?
Well, I did it last year. We won, right? In 24.
That ain't broke, don't fix it, right? The blonde hair.
Do it again for the boys, and I did it again, and we won again. So, October of 26.
The secret to this dynasty, your wife's predictions, your hair, there's a lot that goes into it. Couple other things too. I want to talk about the play to save the game in the bottom of the ninth, because I mean, if you hit that home run and you don't win that game, it's not the same, right? Obviously, you lose it. It would have been a great clutch moment, no doubt about it. But now it's legendary fair because you're able to win that game. And it almost felt like, as great as the home run was, your play at the plate to get IKF to save the day. I want to ask you this. As the baseball aficionado that you are, future manager of the Dodger, what do you think about IKF's lead at third base and just not sliding, and just kind of how that whole play went down?
Well, the thing is, like, the lead is something that kind of like every organization run it different. And when you're running at third base right there, especially what happened the night before, you don't want to get double up, you know? You're not expecting, as an offense, you're not expecting a ground ball right there, you know? Like, you're not trying to beat the throw out to home plate. You're expecting the hitter to do their job, you know, and kind of like driving something in the outfield, you know? Like, it's not, I don't think it's a IKF fault that he have a short lead, and he have to wait. He can really be cheating there. He can be really like be on contact because his base is loaded. All you have to do is like put the ball in the outfield. And when he hit the ball in the infield, right, that I just feel like he did whatever he can to kind of like beat the throw to the plate. I mean, you're thinking about like maybe running to the plate right there, but I mean, you always being told that you have to slide just in case, you know? So, I mean, there's a lot of point of views right there. I mean, at the end of the day, I got the out. I didn't get a good jump on that ball. I'm glad he wasn't having a bigger lead. Muncy did an amazing job keeping it there. You know, faking that he was gonna pick off at some time, and that's an amazing job all around. And that's a play that we can show in the future for our organization to get better on offense and defense as well.
Yeah, because it blows my mind is Varsho had never lined to the left side all year, and he's a pull hitter. And then for you, one thing that kind of made me just gasp when I'm screaming is you stumbled a little bit there.
I did.
And then you still got it together, made that throw, and then the Will Smith tap it on the plate. What do you remember from just the throw and the exchange, and how impressed were you with the way that Will Smith played that?
No, I get anxiety every time I watch it play. Because first off, I went back on the ball. It wasn't a good read. Then I stumbled. I couldn't set my feet the way that I wanted after I slide. And then I thought for a second that the game was going to be over, that it wasn't going to have enough time to get it there in time to make the play. So it was crazy, man. Every time I watch that play, I know it was huge, it was big, but it gets me kind of anxiety because I know how close it was. And I'm just happy that, I mean, it worked out our way.
The clip of you leaning over and you take that deep breath. I'm like, you saw the World Series flash before our eyes. You able to make that play. I know you and Kike talked to Yoshi and you communicate with him, and you saw the dog that he was going on 0 days rest. What'd you tell him after this one, and just how proud are you of him for what he was able to do for this team, World Series MVP?
Yeah, I've been telling him thank you ever since the game that he pitched in Milwaukee. Complete game there, complete game in game 2. It's just like, it's everything that you can ask for. I told him thank you to go to the bullpen the other day for game 3 in the 18th inning. So he was going to be able to pitch. He was firing balls already and being ready to do it. I feel like that's what you want. You want guys who kind of like do everything for the team, even though there's next year for him, and then there's 11 more years for him in this team. He understands the situation, and he kind of like giving everything that he have, especially in October, knowing that he have time to prepare. That guy deserves his flowers, and I know Yoshinobu Yamamoto is gonna go into one of the biggest star of the Dodgers ever have.
Yeah, I mean, he's an absolute legend. And Clayton Kershaw, sending him out with the World Series. You guys have been on this journey together. You're a part of his history forever. The play you made to save his no-hitter. What that mean to you to just see him go out like a champion?
Yeah, it's huge. I think Kersh deserves everything that happened to him. A 3-time World Series champion is better than 2. And for Kersh to kind of like be a crucial part of us this year, taking the ball in over 25 games this year and kind of like do his thing, even though he was his last year and he said it that he wanted to retire. He retired as a champ in the way that he's supposed to retire. He pitched maybe one of the more critical outs of our series, and he did it the right way. He got that out, and that's why I always say, if Kershaw didn't get that guy out, there might be not Game 7, and Miguel Rojas is not this guy talking to everybody right now with the opportunity to come down in Dodgers legend and history. And I gotta say thank you to all my teammates to fight and to put me in that position.
Yeah, that's what makes this World Series so incredible, is because, I mean, you got the Shohei's reaching base 9 times, and then you got Will Klein, right? I mean, there's just so many people had a hand in this championship. And a couple more to ask you is, there was a point this season where everyone said, oh, this is a Dodgers team they're disappointing because they didn't win 150 games or whatever, right? And then you had the Yoshi no-hitter almost. It goes 8 2/3. After that game in Baltimore, you guys regular season and postseason went 28-9. That's 122 win pace after that game. Was that the turning point of the season, or can you pinpoint a turning point, a moment, maybe something in the clubhouse that really just sparked this whole run?
I think yeah, it happened after those 2 tough series that we have. We got swept in Pittsburgh. That didn't feel great. And then we went to Baltimore after that, and we needed everything that Yoshi and Kersh did it. We just talking about them. Yoshi did that, took the no-hitter into the 9, 1 pitch away from getting it, and we losing that game. I think that was after a meeting that we have with Doc, and I think we played really well. But that meeting in Baltimore with Doc, kind of like talking about expectations and making the last 6 weeks of the season the most important ones, I think, definitely have to be turning point there. I'm not going to tell you that we started play great after that, but I feel like the commitment of being for each other for 6 more weeks and having the opportunity to repeat, it was pretty cool. I was even wrong when the season started. I say that we were gonna be that we were gonna break the record and win 120 games if we stay healthy. We didn't do that, but we did something even cooler.
Trust
is winning back to back.
Also want to ask you this. I mean, I saw that during the season, everyone's going to go through slumps. I mean, Max Muncy got off to a slow start, then went nuclear. Yourself, a little bit of a slump during the season. And I saw you mention just seeing on podcasts, people saying, oh, DFA and this and that. How close of attention are you paying to that kind of stuff? And if I told you in some of those moments this season that you would ultimately be the World Series hero, I mean, what would your reaction be to that? Was there any part of the season where you thought, hey, maybe I'm not going to be on this team, or things like that, just because things you're hearing and seeing?
Yeah, 100%. And I feel like, I mean, I don't pay close attention to that, but those things get to you somehow, through your family members, through your friends, through people who kind of like watching on Twitter or X or whatever it is, or your Instagram. You get a lot of people talking on podcasts and thinking that they have all the solutions at the time. And one of the things that I gotta say is, like, for fans, it's a really long season. You don't know when that player is gonna help you win a baseball game that is way more important than what is happening right now. And I think support goes a long way. I feel like I know it's hard because everybody wants the best of the athlete, and we all gotta be capable and kind of accountable for our actions and the way that we play. But it's a really long season. It's 162 games plus 20 something more that we play in the postseason. And I think it's really hard sometimes when you have to listen to that because it brings nothing good for the player. You know, it's not gonna make you feel any better. It's not gonna make you work harder. It's not gonna make you. The only thing that it will get is for you, like for the player, not to talk to you anymore. If you're kind of like against the player that for the team that you're rooting for, it's okay to be critical and it's okay to kind of like keep the players accountable. But there's gotta be kind of like a sense of um humanity that kind of the player will like make something bigger after if you continue to support. That's something that I always say, and it's really hard because we all players go through it, and I mean it's part of our job, and I understand it. But at the end of the day, it's kind of you have to deal with that, and the fans and the people who think they know better and they have all the answers.
Yeah, it's like Tommy Lasorda used to say, if I start listening to the fans, I'm going to be sitting there in the stands right next to him.
Right.
But I think for you, it's like, I mean, just observing, you do things that don't even show up on the box score, just the leadership, taking guys under your wing. And then there's also the versatility, still great defender. I mean, you started to get hot when you got more playing time. But was there ever a fear during the season, hey, I might not end the year with the Dodgers? And then you combine that with the fact that you're the World Series hero. I mean, were you thinking about that at all towards this moment?
Yeah, in the middle of the year, I wasn't confident that I didn't know that I was gonna if I gonna be included into the postseason roster or if I was gonna be a big part of it. Because I wasn't playing much, I wasn't performing up to my abilities. But I mean, I never lost faith on myself, and that's something that I was really proud about, and I always gonna take that with me, and just never give up on myself. It was important. But yeah, like you say, there were times that I was talking to my agent to figure out or trying to figure out if I was gonna have a short leash or if I don't perform well for another 2 weeks or whatever, they were gonna let me go. And that happens with with all the moves that happen in the middle of the year. But I feel like what I bring to the table in the clubhouse with the organization kind of bought me some more time there for me to kind of like continue to play and having the chance to help at some point.
Awesome. And a couple more here. What it mean for you to have Dave just stick with you this entire season, the postseason? Just can you talk about your relationship? Because it almost feels like, I mean, Dave, of course, is going to be here as long as he wants, but it almost does feel like, I mean, you could be like a manager and you're kind of like, the communication there's almost like he's mentoring you to be a manager someday. Is there any, I mean, am I wrong there? Or do you think that there's something to that?
Well, that dog has always been kind of like a really good friend of mine, and we have a relationship for 3 years now that we really know each other. He really cares about my family. I care about them, and I feel like that's what we have. We have a true relationship that we can take for forever, no? But at the end of the day, it's like I try to be a help for him in the clubhouse when I'm playing on the field. I'm trying to make his job easier. And I mean, after my playing career, if Doc wants me to be there with him, that will be a great opportunity for me to continue to learn and learn from one of the best. The guy is gonna go to the Hall of Fame. I think Dave Roberts is being kind of the best manager in the world just because you have the best team in the world and you have like a lose-lose kind of relationship with everybody. Because if you don't win, it's because of you, because you have the best team in the world, and it's really hard to be on his shoes. And I always tell him, hey, I really appreciate what you do because you do it the right way and you kind of keep everybody kind of motivated to come here and play hard for you.
What do you think of his reaction to your home run? That's an all-time great meme with his, he's looking shocked. What do you think about that?
Yeah. He was shocked. He didn't know that I was capable of doing that. And I'm gonna tell him, hey Doc, don't ever have doubt on me that I can do that again.
All right, two more. How many times have you watched the home run, Miguel?
More than 1,000, I think. Just because of the interactions, just the interaction. Not because I go and review it. It's because I got it sent a lot, to me, and I got mentioned on it on social media, and I mean it's on TV everywhere you go, and I'm doing a lot of media stuff right now, and I'm like they keep playing it, So it's gotta be over 1,000.
And I didn't think anyone could have me beat. But for me, I got on YouTube, just scrub it back. I refreshed it on Twitter, but you're just like seeing it from all angles. Was there someone that reached out to you after the home run that maybe surprised you a little bit?
Yeah, a really famous soccer player that plays for the Real Madrid, the goalkeeper, Thibaut Courtois. So he's a big fan of baseball. So he came last year to LA. We got the opportunity to like cross, and he gave me a signed jersey and a signed gloves. And I'm looking forward to seeing him in Madrid next month when I'm going there with my family.
Are you a Madrista? A la Madrid.
I don't really like soccer. I don't watch, but I mean I really respect what those guys do.
Awesome. Well, hey, Miguel, we could have you here for hours just because we just want to relive this. But I just want to say, from Dodgers fans, Dodgers Nation, you gave millions and millions and millions of people pure joy. Like you really did. And you really are a Dodgers legend. You can't tell the story of Dodger baseball without Miguel Rojas. And I think that's just an incredible thing because no one deserves it more than you. Like Dave Roberts said, baseball will reward you, and it absolutely did too. One of the best guys in the game. So we thank you so much for joining us here at Dodgers Nation, and enjoy the offseason.
Thank you, Doc. Appreciate it. And Dodgers Nation, thank you for the support and like believe in me. Stick with me like on the high and the lows, and really enjoy this one because you guys deserve it. You guys are back-to-back champions, and we all did it for you guys. The fans, the love that you guys give us every single day, packing that stadium every single day, 50,000 plus, regardless of what day of the week. You guys deserve it, and I mean, you guys gonna have a Dodger here forever.